Hello and welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. Today we take a look at the EFT lawsuit, which could speed up student loan forgiveness. Very interesting stuff. Before we get to it, you can always check out this article and a whole lot more, anything we talk about on the podcast, at thecollegeinvestor.com. Okay, this is juicy. So the American Federation of Teachers, or AFT, representing 1.8 million members, has escalated its legal battle with the U.S. Department of Education. Earlier this year, the union sued the department and Education Secretary Linda McMahon, alleging the agency unlawfully froze access to income-driven repayment IDR plans after a court blocked parts of the Biden-era SAVE plan. So last month, AFT filed an amended complaint seeking to certify the case as a class action, potentially extending relief nationwide to impacted borrowers. So if this is granted, the preliminary injunction could force the department to resume processing applications and cancel loans under long-standing repayment and loan forgiveness programs. Meanwhile, the department insists its pause was necessary to comply with litigation, and earlier this week began processing IBR-based student loan forgiveness again, which we talked about in a previous podcast. So who could be covered by this lawsuit? If the court grants class certification, 5 main borrower groups could benefit: borrowers pending IDR applications, borrowers whose IDR applications were denied, borrowers eligible for IBR forgiveness but weren't granted it, borrowers eligible under ICR or PAY but not granted it, and borrowers entitled to PSLF but were denied. So here's the key legal question. At its core, the case asks, can the Department of Education suspend or slow programs Congress authorized, even in response to litigation over a related plan? AFT argues the agency has no such discretion under the Administrative Procedure Act. The department counters that operational changes were unavoidable to comply with federal injunctions. The court is expected to consider class certification and the preliminary injunction this fall. Wow. Okay, so here's why the timing matters more today. The lawsuit has an urgent dimension. Temporary tax relief for student loan forgiveness expires December 31st, 2025. Happy New Year. After that, discharges through IDR could once again be treated as taxable income, adding thousands to borrowers' tax bills. PSLF forgiveness remains tax-free, but IDR borrowers who technically qualify this year could be forced to wait until 2026, which could trigger federal and some state income tax obligations, which would be a lot. However, a whole bunch of tax professionals believe the actual date of achieving forgiveness is what would count for the timing, not when it's actually processed. That doesn't mean there won't be complications, though. If your 1099-C tax forms are issued in different years, it could trigger notices from the IRS, require tax return amendments, and a whole lot more. The AFT argues that this looming deadline magnifies the harm, making preliminary court relief essential. Here's what you can do now. Just check your plan. Confirm that you're in a qualifying IDR, IBR, PAY, or ICR, or working toward PSLF. Once you've done that, monitor the department's monthly status reports. These show how fast backlogs are being reduced. You can find a link at thecollegeinvestor.com inside this article. Plan for potential taxes. Now, borrowers near forgiveness under IDR should be aware of possible 2026 tax bills. You can run the tax bomb calculator we have as well on our website to understand your potential liability. All those links are inside this article. Watch the court calendar. A ruling on class certification and injunction could arrive before the end of the year. Millions of student loan borrowers may be directly affected by the outcome of this case. If the court grants class action status, relief could extend nationwide, but timing is critical for this. Without intervention, borrowers eligible for discharge could face unnecessary payments, missed relief, or Happy New Year tax notifications in 2026. Yowza. We will keep our eye on this and more. You can follow us and like us on social media. We're always updating there. Just search for the words The College Investor and you'll find us. Thanks again for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again and have more updates real soon.